Alright fellas, here we're back on Pokemon Masters, and today we're going to be looking at Ray and Hisuian Decidueye at 3 out of 5 EX. So, very strong sync pair already. If you watched the 1 out of 5 showcase, you'll see, obviously, very good in the base kit. But, of course, the grid makes things even better. So, I'm not going to go over everything, but I will go over the important stuff, because most other things are more niche / borderline useless, I guess. But for starters, he has 4 sync nodes, making it so his already, 220 base power sync move, it now goes up to 320, so now it's around the same level as a striker, tiny bit stronger. So, it makes it a little bit better for him in the aspect that, like, his nuke's not going to be too bad, because even though it is only single target, it does still have a similar base power of to that of a striker, so nuke's not going to be too bad. Plus, of course, you have the Inertia Innate, as well as having Bronze Sync 5 here, so now he's got another 50% multiplier for his sync move, being a total of 150% multiplier on the 320 base power sync move. Not too bad at all, especially if you do give him the EX role of a striker. He'll obviously be looking a lot better because it will be an AoE sync move, so you can make full use of that. Though, honestly, I would say he doesn't need the EX role for a striker, or he doesn't really want it, I guess. Like, thinking about it, obviously it'll be good for like a fighting type high score event, because the enemies tend to have higher strength / HP, whatever. But honestly, he'll only gain stat buffs. That's really all I'll say. Honestly, that's all he really gains from the EX role of a striker. Because if you use his sync move, you're probably targeting the middle, right? And then you use his buddy move, which almost all the time is going to deal either enough damage to KO the enemy, or make it so your next attack is going to KO that enemy, the side specifically. So the Striker EX taking out the sides doesn't do anything, because it also doesn't reduce the damage of this attack here, because this move will not be have lowered power when facing multiple enemies. It will always hit the same amount. So giving your EX role of a striker to him is not going to be doing too much, because this move already essentially KOs the sides, if not coming really close to. So you don't really need the sides to be KO'd in that sense, I would say. And if you do, you can probably just attack them turn 1 with a triple arrows, and then you'll be able to KO them after you queue up this move. So, not really too big of a problem to, defeat that side, right? So the EX role of striker, in my opinion, doesn't do anything for him besides add the stats. The striker EX is just kind of unnecessary. I would just give it to someone else. Anyway, that's a little bit of a tangent, but he also has Insult to Injury, 30% multiplier. Obviously, the more the enemy's defense is lower, greater the power of the multiplier. So, -6 defense, 30% multiplier, very good, especially when his triple arrows and his triple arrow barrage moves are already very powerful. So, you can make full use of that ability, and we definitely do in the showcase here. So, this is about the grid I'm running. This will be the grid I'll use the entire time. Only other thing I would probably pick up is Head Start 1. I would say that's really the only other notable thing here. So yeah, do probably pick this up if you want to do a sync countdown specific strategy, but facing Unova Stadium, we don't really need that too much, because the stadium is not super difficult as it is, and we are able to easily wash every single stage we do. So yeah, but there's the Head Start 1. You could definitely sacrifice something for it. If you want to do some big nuking numbers, you could probably take out Insult to Injury, or if you want to sacrifice some nuke stuff, whatever, maybe take out a sync node or 2. However you want to do it, try to get that Head Start 1 if you want to. But yeah, whatever. This is the grid we run for pretty much the entire video. So yeah, let's go ahead, hop into some stadium battles, and see how Ray can do. And there is not going to be a legendary arena battle, by the way, because I don't really need to showcase anything there. He's already very strong. The stadium is definitely more so where he shines. And I've already specified how good he can be in a legendary arena with the sync countdown in the 1 out of 5 video. So yeah, do keep that in mind. But yeah, let's go ahead, hop into the first battle. Alright, here's our first battle versus Caitlyn. We've got Signature Aura Cynthia here for the fighting zone, as well as Maylene for just defense debuffs, really. That's the only thing she's here for. Obviously, you could replace her with, like, an Eggmon that has Screecher Leer, or like Kukui, or Colress, or whoever you want to use. But I just decided to use Maylene for a little bit of diversity here. So, setup, very simple, very easy. The good thing with Ray here is he's got the flinches, of course, which are very nice. But yeah, we go ahead and go for the defense debuffs here, and we just nuke. That's pretty much it. This is a very straightforward and very easy setup. You just debuff their defense with Maylene, and we use Ray's sync move here. He does have the full multipliers with the speed buffs, as well as having his attack buffs active. We probably could have done an X attack all again with Maylene for max attack, but that's not really too important. But there we go, we got the Rock Smash in there with Maylene for -2 defense on the Musharna there, and then we use the triple arrow barrage here and almost KO everyone. yeah, 10,000 damage on the middle, pretty much always takes out the sides. That's what I meant earlier, is like, you can just use the triple arrow barrage to take out sides. You don't need a striker EX to do it for you. So it's really just kind of a waste of candy, or roll cake rather, to give him that move. So do keep that in mind, I guess. Obviously it's up to you, but I would just preserve it in a sort of, in a way to be efficient, right? Of course, if he's your favorite character or you just want to do it anyway, go for it, right? But just in efficiency purposes, there's a lot of other characters that can use a striker EX roll a lot better than Ray definitely can. So yeah. Anyway, very, very strong DPS, very, very strong, pretty strong sync move rather, and of course under fighting zone. So that was that. Obviously Hop's a better partner for him, but Cynthia's the only one I have. But Cynthia works well because we do have the infinite field effects, and of course we have a lot of sync countdown. So you can definitely get in some good high power moves before Cynthia's fighting zone runs out. So it's not too big of a problem. But yeah, that was the battle versus Dark Week Caitlyn. Let's go ahead, hop into the next battle. I forget what it is, but it's with more defense debuffers. Yeah, we try to max insult to injury. It's fun. Alright, here we are versus Water Week Shauntal. We've got Kuhui and Maylene again. We got Rebra Maylene again because she can actually act as the tank for this battle. And again, she's able to debuff defense. So this works out for us. We're able to use Kuhui for AoE defense debuffs, and we're able to use Maylene for single target defense debuffs. So we're able to get them in pretty quickly, especially obviously combine it with the triple arrows and triple arrow barrage and whatnot. We've got a lot of debuffs, right? So we do have them, we do get Maylene trapped, and they do buff their defenses back, but we are able to get some debuffs in by the time we're able to use our triple arrow barrage, so it's not a big issue. Plus, they still have -3 or -1 on the defense there, even after using the X defense wall, so it's not a big problem. I was mostly just trying to debuff defenses for the triple arrow barrage, not so much the sync move, but still, 10,000 damage on the first sync move, also, that's not too bad, so we can make use of that. Go ahead, go for another Rock Smash, go for another Leer here. This puts us at, what, probably -5? Yeah, -5 on the defense versus the Chandelure here, and -2 on the sides. Palosands, does this just KO them all? Damn close, just KOs both sides, and what, 11,000 damage to the middle, I think? And then the next triple arrows just finishes it off. Very, very easy, right? These are all just off-type battles, and they're so easy, it might as well be an on-type battle. Yeah, Ray's definitely super strong, and the sync countdown just makes it so the battles can ramp so quickly. Like, if you want to chain sync moves, you can chain sync moves. Ray just enables that to work so well. Sprint EX plus having the sync countdown is just such an amazing ability, man. So good. So yeah, there was the battle versus Water Week Shauntal. Very, very strong stuff from Ray there, even without having to get the fighting zone, because that was, again, no fighting zone. So, obviously, very, very high powered, right? Very, very high powered. So, let's move on to the next battle. I forget what it's about, but it's also pretty fun. Alright, here we are versus Steel Week Grimsley. We've got Dojo, Glory, and Red. Okay, look, I know, not really juiced setup, but obviously it's not a free setup, right? But I think I've established just how strong this guy is. So here's some sync ramping, where we literally use our sync move almost turn 1. Oh, brother, this is absolutely, it's hilarious the way you can do this. This stuff is just so funny. So we use our sync move, there we go, and then we use the Surging Strikes and Rock Smash in order to try and get the defense debuffs as fast as possible for our triple arrow barrage. So yeah, there's a sync move, and then we go ahead and, yeah, we use our Surging Strikes again, and then we use the triple arrow barrage. Though that second Rock Smash there was pretty unnecessary, but still, whatever, works. So there's -6 defense on the Tyranitar here, and again, +4 attack, whatever else on Ray, so it's pretty much max stuff. 10,000 damage there, so that's about the range you're hitting, pretty much, is around 8,000 probably to 10,000 damage for the middle on your triple arrow barrage, depending on like your level of defense debuffs and whatnot, and of course, if you even have insult to injury to begin with. Pretty good, right? Because most stadium stages, I'd say that's pretty good, especially with the amount of sync countdown he can do, and his greatest partners being like a new champion Hop, who is already just an amazing damage dealer to begin with. Having his great partners and being able to do that level of damage with such ease and so fast is so good. It's so good and so strong. So yeah, there was the sync ramping setup alongside defense debuffs. So that was pretty much probably one of the best setups you can get for Ray, assuming you don't have any fighting zone setters, I would say. That's probably one of the better ones you can get, is one where you can get a lot of sync countdown very quickly, as well as one where you can get a lot of defense debuffs very quickly. So that's pretty good. Yeah. So I think our next battle is going to be the last battle. It is going to be a super effective battle, so we're going to be facing Iris, but it's not a conditional showcase because obviously you've seen how well he shreds these battles. He's going to shred any fighting week stage you bring him to, so it's a little bit more of a funny showcase than anything. So yeah, let's head on over there. Anyway, yeah, here's the setup. It's versus Fighting Week Iris. We've got Sinistoo Aura Cynthia for the Fighting Zone, and I do have the Infinite Field Effect parameter, so we don't have to worry about it going down. And we've got Special Costume Steven, the ultimate physical ramper, right? So yeah, sadly, the only things that I do have problems with this in this battle is the attack lowering on Ray, because they lower your attack on entry, and I'm pretty sure they go for Breaking Swipe. So we do have very minimal attack buffs, but of course it doesn't really matter when you're doing something like this and just how strong Ray is anyway. So the goal is to pretty much get the enemy to -6 defense, give super effective next to Ray, give him like up to +6, 7, 8 physical moves next, and then just wallop the enemy, right? It's pretty crazy, and it's honestly pretty easy setup, you know, assuming you have Special Costume Steven, right? He's kind of the goal. He's kind of the big one that can allow this to happen. So Fighting Zone, -1 fighting rebuff, I think that's, yeah, -3 on the defense debuffs. Plus, I think we get to 7 physical moves next, and of course super effective next as well. So yeah, that's kind of what we're working with here. It's pretty crazy. I probably could have gotten for Cynthia's sync move instead. That probably would have been a better idea, but I just didn't. Again, this isn't an actual like showcase. This is just kind of ramping and just seeing, I guess, like a damage cap test, if anything. So we could have done a couple more physical moves next here, but obviously I misplayed a little bit, so just how it is. But 155,000 damage on the middle. That's pretty good. Yeah. So that's about the damage cap you're probably going to reach with him. Depends on what fighting week stage you fight, really. Because if you face any other stage, most of them probably won't debuff your attack, or like the Iris is here. So that was a little bit annoying, but we were able to deal with it anyway. Obviously. Ray could have just done this probably solo. I'm thinking about it. Ray probably could have. I don't know. I'm probably going to upload a short or something. Yeah, that's what I think I'm going to do. I'm probably going to upload a short with an actual showcase of Ray versus Iris here, or just, I guess, maybe a solo. I'm not sure. We're going to at least try a duo, I guess. I don't know. I'm not sure how well Ray's actually going to be able to do a solo. I want to say pretty well. I want to say he'll be fine, but we'll just have to find out, right? We'll just have to find out. So, anyway, yeah. That was the battle versus Unova Stadium here, and Ray's 3 out of 5 showcase with the EX. He's so insane. The extra damage that he gains from the sync multiplier, the sync multipliers as well as the insult to injury, is just really good for ramping his damage. Obviously, that's about all you need. He does get Hit Start 1 as well, which can actually be very, very useful in its own right. So, probably don't underestimate that ability either. But yeah, overall, very, very easy character to use. Just pretty much use the triple arrows, use his trainer move, and then you basically almost win. You use the same move, triple arrow barrage, and by that point the enemy's almost dead, if not already dead. So very, very easy character to use. Very, very strong character. One of probably the best sprint sync pair in the game right now, for sure, I would say. As well as just one of the better damage dealers, especially for the fighting type. I'd say he's definitely up there, and just overall one of the more valuable and strong characters just in general. So yeah, if you're gonna pull for him, good luck. Definitely has a great 3 out of 5. He's also even really good at 1 out of 5 as well. So yeah. So yeah, good luck if you are going to go for Ray at 3 out of 5, 1 out of 5, whatever. And yeah, I hope this was able to inform you on just how good he is, because he is definitely a very, very strong sync pair. So hope you all enjoyed. Let me know what you think about Ray down in the comments below, and I will see you all later.